We are live for Flock University. Flock U live from Illusive Restaurant and Bar in Rensselaer. I am joined by the professor himself, the head coach, general manager, Damon Ware. My name is Jeff Levack, and it's been a long flocking week. I can tell you that right now.
It's definitely been a flocking week. Had a lot going on, getting organized and getting rolling on this season, and a lot of things to announce and a lot of things coming up. So we're real excited and a lot to talk about tonight at the university.
Yeah, you guys got here and I set up. They said, "All right, we have this area open for you." I set up in the corner, so nobody puts baby in the corner. But this group, yeah, right in the corner, right. Get them out of the way. They're not pretty enough. Get them out of here. So the university is underway. Flock U live from Illusive Restaurant and Bar. Great place, plenty of room for you to come in. I mean, there's a good crowd here, but always room for more of the flock to join us. And there's a lot, like you said, there's a lot going on right now. I don't really know where we should start. Do we talk about what we're not supposed to talk about? Do we pull a rogue ownership move? Or do we talk about something we can talk about, that like the way you're going to structure training camp? You pick. Do we want to go the road that's been traveled but we're not supposed to, or the road nobody's heard about? Are your plans?
I will tell you, it's been an interesting thing as far as announcements is concerned. A lot of things that we've held back from talking about, but other people have been popping out with those things. So it's been an interesting thing, watching people announce things that I thought were more private, But tomorrow we're going on our journey. We're going to head down to New York City, and the official big AFL announcement in New York City in Times Square, with us having the big screen of Times Square for 2 hours tomorrow. Woo! We're going to be down there for tomorrow, so that's exciting.
I can't believe he's been this quiet this long. I mean, he's sitting right there. It's Darius Prince, the GOAT. So you're going with us. We're going down in number. Are you excited? You've been a part of the AFL. You've been a champion there. You've been a champion. You lost an AFL championship one time too here in Albany.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. But no, I'm definitely excited. I've never been to New York City.
Really?
Never been. So it's going to be my first time. So I'm actually excited to get down there and peep the scene. And I'm also excited to, the rebirth of the AFL and see what's all to come about.
I feel like we should put one of those GPS tiles
absolutely
in his shoe without telling him, because Darius Prince loose in New York City sounds like a recipe for us needing a new MVP.
Well, catch me on the subway somewhere.
Where's Prince? Yeah, he'll be all over the place.
Where in the world is Darius Prince?
Right.
We know. All right, I'm gonna say things, and if we get in trouble, I'll live with it a little bit. We know it's the official announcement. We know that the details are going to be there as far as the schedule. Can we say, like, I feel like the schedule comes out tomorrow. I'm saying it.
Yes,
I'm gonna do
Absolutely.
it. I'm gonna say it. The schedule comes out tomorrow. So for those of you who've been waiting to hear when we're playing, where we're playing, we'll be able to share that all with you as of tomorrow. I saw some mock-ups of what it might be, and they all look amazing. Like, I haven't seen a schedule mock-up that didn't make me excited, but it did feel like it was one of those things that, because of I'll say Orlando, they're like, one of these is real, but we're not going to tell you which, because somebody keeps talking about what they're not supposed to talk about. So, but Orlando, he's as loud as his shirts. It's
funny stuff. Well, like I said, there will be a schedule out tomorrow. I have been waiting for this moment for months now. I know our players, I know our coaching staff. We've all been waiting for this moment to find out exactly who our who our opponents are. So that's going to be a fun time, is obviously just see where we go on the road. I love road games. It's us against the world, obviously, going on the road, but I love our home. Obviously, our media partners are going to come out. And so I don't want to ruin that surprise like some other people are doing.
Right.
But we'll find out our media partners tomorrow. We will definitely be on some national broadcasts this year, so that's going to be super exciting. Hopefully everybody's as excited as we are to be on some of these major broadcasts. So tomorrow you'll find out exactly who those partners are, and they are big-time networks. And so tune in tomorrow. We'll find out who those partners are.
and then we're bringing our director of media, social media, Ben Nelson, with us. It's the first Flock U he's missed. I think it's because he's got to get his beauty sleep, make sure he's ready. So we're going to have footage. We're going to have audio. We're going to have everything that we're allowed to share.
It's going to be live tomorrow, man. It's going to be live.
It's going to be a thing. It's going to be for real. And we're really excited. We're really hoping that each and every one of you will be able to see everything that's going on and enjoy it as well. But this is new. We haven't been able to do this before, and I literally just figured out how to. So we're going to go ahead and right now, live from Illusive, it is the first ever Flock Cam. So you can see who's here tonight. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. What's up? How you doing?
We got people over
live
there.
At Illusive. I'm over in the corner. I told you. Here. Hey, everybody. Say hi. There you go.
I love it.
The Flock Cam is here. So we'll be able to show you guys here and there who's here. It's just, who's that guy?
You can hand it to Hollis.
It's Dwayne Hollis right there.
Flip it around.
Oh, here. Hollis, you want to show people? Here, you gotta move that up. There you go. Do that. Look at that. Say hi, everybody. Illusive. We didn't do that before. This is new. See, I finally figured out how to use a button. So there it is.
New toys are great toys.
Right. And especially when I figure out how to do it without costing extra money. So come here, hang out with us. We're having a blast. 16th, big day tomorrow. I can't believe it's already here. It's I'm a little intimidated by it, to be honest with you.
It's a big moment. So I don't know if anybody understands to have 2 hours on the big screen in Times Square. That's got to cost some money.
Yeah,
that's gotta cost some clout. And so the fact that we're going to be there for 2 hours in Times Square with the big screen going, I think it's absolutely a wonderful thing.
He's showing people's food.
Yeah, Hollis.
Now he's gone. We lost him.
I love it. We lost him. But again, just talk about a great moment, being in Times Square, being in New York City. All those things are going to make this even a more exciting moment. And the fact that that's in our home state, it's even more important that we all get to go and be a part of it. And so I'm really excited to see all the announcements that come out.
I love you brought that up. It's Flock U, Damon Ware, Darius Prince, Dwayne Hollis, the defensive coordinator, is wandering around Illusive with the Flock Cam. I got a call from some of my media friends down in the city, and they were wondering if there was like a surprise New York City team being announced, to which I replied to them, no, you're going to have to settle for the champs. Like this, we're your team. We're representing New York.
Absolutely.
I think eventually they'll probably try to put a team down there, but is that too close? I mean, is that somebody who's going to want to get beat 2-3 times a year by us?
Having multiple teams in the same state's always a good thing, especially it's great for travel. Do I think something like that will happen anytime soon? I don't. But having somebody like the New York Dragons or somebody come and revive themselves, I think, would be a great rivalry for us, and we're all for rivalries.
Love that. Love chance to beat more people. So I want to talk about training camp, because I know we're a little ways off, and but we are about to tell you when the games are happening. What does the Damon Ware training camp look like?
So again, we can open up training camp. I think March 25th is the opening day. So obviously we'll open up training camp with a couple of two-a-days. We'll grind through a 2-week process. But I want our fans to get an opportunity to see our team before it's announced. So we will open up an organized scrimmage for our fans to come in and get a look at what we've got going on and be a part of it. So obviously, again, we're Communities team here in Albany in the Capital Region. So there will be a date that we'll invite everybody out to come see and kind of sample the product.
Okay, so that was never a thing we had been able to do before the open practice. Like we're very obviously you have to be restricted with the press, but you're just gonna let everybody come in and see practice. You're not worried about spies. I mean, Michigan's not far from here. They can send Connor Stallions in. It can happen.
Now, again, always got to worry about those things. As a coach, you're always worried about the little things that can happen, whether people are videotaping. Obviously, we'll have the rules of no videography or anything going on. Do things like that happen? Absolutely. Are we worried about that? Not really. Ultimately, we want to have our fans an opportunity to see the beginning of our product and just have a good time. And so I'll deal with those moments if anybody does get a little bit of footage, but we'll deal with those things. But ultimately, it's for our fans, and so we're excited to be able to do those things.
how this is something that I've heard from other teams, but I've seen the way you run offense, and I've seen the way Darius runs in that offense and everything. How much can you steal? Because I've seen other organizations that don't seem to do nearly as many plays, especially not running plays, as your offense does.
Again, we're a little bit more innovative. We do a little bit more than maybe the average team. But ultimately, like I said, we want every defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator that comes into our building to have to game plan on a whole game plan. And so for us, and obviously with having Coach Hollis here, another cerebral coach, we're going to put in a bunch of stuff offensively and defensively. We're going to make you come in and compete. And so, and the one thing we're going to do is protect our house. And so here in the Capital Region, that's our home. Again, that's obviously our goal is to not lose a game in front of our home crowds. And so with people like Darius Prince and some of our players here, we're excited to get after those expectations.
So far, I mean, so Dwayne Hollis, defensive coordinator, he's over there. He's on Hollis Island. How has it been so far working with him as his rookie year as a defensive coordinator?
Like I said, he was ready a couple of years ago. He's a cerebral kid, and I love that about him. And so just having him with his mind, him and I will get on the board and just go after it, and just basically it's a chess game between him and I. We'll figure out the best ways to score points and stop people from scoring, and we'll have an exciting time. So I'm really looking forward to what he brings to the table this year.
Darius, have you seen any difference in him, like outside of the office? Now that he's a head coach, now he's a defensive coordinator, working his way towards head coach. I'm sure. already putting on Damon stuff.
Great question. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some things ain't for everybody. But yeah, no, I see.
I know. No, I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you kind of put me on the spot with that one. But
why is Hollis looking at you like?
I'm just
the shutdown has a new meaning.
We've been teammates since 2017, so I'm used to him being one way and being out and having some fun, but he's came in and he's shown a different side that the coaching role should take on. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of him. I know he's going to hold it down on the defensive side of the ball, so I'm excited to see the things he put together for the defense for us this year.
Absolutely. So in the AFL with the Iron Man part of it, when you see what he's already saying about defensive schemes, like what are you seeing in the scheme so far? Are you seeing stuff where you're like, oh, I'm glad I didn't have to play against that before, or what are you seeing?
But again, people just don't realize he was instrumental the last 2 years in putting our defensive game plans together. He's a film junkie, and so he's going to know every little detail about every offensive team that we face. And so he's already been coaching. And so I keep saying that over and over again. He's been ready the last 2 years to be a coach. I'm just going to, help push that along a little bit. Obviously we've got, his boys obviously got to change their relationship just a little bit, but ultimately again, it's all about having fun, doing our thing, but ultimately it's about winning football games. And I've got a great group of guys around me that I know will win football games with.
Why shake your head, Darius?
Because I just wanted my guy back for one more year, but I understand, I'm not inside his body, I'm not inside his mind. So I mean, obviously, he's at a point of his career where he felt he's done everything. I mean, he's defensive player of the year, he's a champion, and I think he's just at that point where he's ready to hang the cleats up and get over to the clipboard side. So, like I said, I'm excited. It's like a bittersweet moment for me, what I mean? Because I definitely want to. Rebranding the Firebirds. I kind of wanted to get my guy back out there for one more year, but like I said, I'm truly excited for him and what he's about to do this year for the defense for us.
Darius, when you see, your road buddy, the guy you guys travel these roads together.
Yeah.
When he's making that transition, obviously you got years left. There's tread on the tire, but do you start thinking about your next step in? I'd say as far as Albany fans go, the next 10 years before we let you step off the field.
10 years is a stretch, but. Obviously, when I'm done playing, I definitely want to get on to the coaching side of it. For the people who don't know, I got in late, so I didn't get into football until I was 26 years old. That's my first professional.
Old part.
I was 26, so now you know what I mean. I'm 33 now. I'll be 34 this season, and I still got a lot of A lot of miles left on his body. You know how I feel right now. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't have the wear and tear of a regular college football athlete who played 4 years at a university, all the summer camps and training and all that stuff. So I feel like I got a lot of years left in me. But yeah, when it's said and done, I would definitely love to coach.
It's definitely something that we've talked about.
Yes,
though, is
yes.
how many more years he's got in it. Like I said, I want him to make that transition when he's ready to make it. But I do think that with his body and his body of work, that he's got a few years left in him. And we talked about it last year before training camp, and he definitely was, Coach, I got a few more years left in me before I want to give it up. And so, like I said, it's one thing about football is there's a time where it's over.
Yep.
And you might as well do it as long as you can. If you can do it at a high level, if your mind is there, if you can go through the grind of everything, you might as well do it, because there's going to be a time where it's over. And so once it's over, you're always going to wish you had that moment back. And so again, I always push him, hey, do it as long as you can do it at a high level. Once that day changes, we'll get you on the coaching staff and we'll move forward another direction. So
That was going to be my next question. Could you imagine running a staff that like reunites these two where they're doing the exact same thing every day? Like that sounds a little treacherous to me.
Hey, these guys have a whole lot of fun, and that's the thing is when it comes down to football, these kids are as serious as anybody in the country about winning football games. And so I've always told Darius too, when you're ready to make that transition, I'll be here ready to help you along that way as well. So he knows how I feel about him as far as an athlete and what he brings to the game. So whenever he's ready to make that transition, I'll be here to talk to him about it.
Fantastic. Should we introduce we have a special guest. We have a guy who I didn't know that we were going to get a chance to do this today, but one of, I would say 100% a fan favorite for the flock. As the flock is in the house, are you guys excited to see this guy who's grabbing the headset right now? You excited? You can make noise. It's loud. They're all chewing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Joining us right now, Sean Lockett. Welcome home.
Thank you.
What's up, Big Lock? Welcome home.
How you doing?
I miss my favorite part of Sean Lockett. Obviously, is number one is just mashing defensive linemen. Number two is his dad voice comes out when he deals with Darius.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Oh, the conversations we've had.
Sean Lockett, what made you come home?
Well,
Don't even answer that. What made you come home?
Win.
You were supposed to have been home for years.
just want to win.
And so that's the greatest reason. But he should have been home the last couple of years. He spread his wings a little bit. He did a great job, and I'm not hating on that or it's not negative. But we wanted him here from the beginning. He did a great job for us in 21. He's a great player. He's a great leader. Him and I clicked so well together in 21 and winning the championship. So to have him back and having this type of leader with us and a guy that can help these young guys and that can get after it every day, I'm super excited. He's a great leader, and so I'm excited to have him back.
See, Coach, you got to remember, Albany, we like separation anxiety. Like we've had teams leave us, we've had players leave us. So when a guy like Lockett isn't here, then all of a sudden he comes back in, we're just like, we're really happy you're here. How do we make it not like happen again where you leave? So it's kind of like why I'm asking. It's not just, obviously you came back to hang out with me. We're boys, but
Absolutely.
But all right, so for the people here, like, what was it that you missed about, besides the winning, and working with Coach Ware? What was it about the Cap region that you were excited to get back to?
Just the fan base. They rallied behind us. Coming out of the pandemic, and they rallied with us every single week. And then just the culture we built here that year was something special. Through all the ups and downs that we had to deal with, the talent we had coming in and out of that door, and then just the willingness to win every week was great. And so, obviously when I found out that opportunity to come back, I jumped right on it, gave Coach Ware a call, and rest is history.
When you it's Iron Man now.
Yeah.
You're one of, if not the best center in arena football. What are you going to be an OS? Are you going to play like I probably should be asking both of you. What are you going to? What's the plan?
Obviously, we've spoken about this in the past. We've got to wait for the rule book to obviously be fully implemented and ratified. Once that happens, we'll have a better idea of what's going on. If I can If I can
He's
use
got a
him
big
one
head. He
way,
can't get the mic near his mouth.
if I can use him one way, then
Yeah.
obviously that's one thing that we'll deal with. But there is a possibility it'll be back to the old ways, and it'll only be 2 OSs. And so, in that regard, obviously, we'll use a quarterback and a receiver. And at that point, then he's going to have to play a little bit of defense. And so, as strong as he is and what he brings to the table, I know he can do what we need him to do. And so, either way, it's going to be a good thing for us.
So, all right, is that something like you go into these games and obviously like pancakes, you get yours against a defensive lineman when
Right.
you're the center.
Right.
But is that something you're looking forward to? Is just smashing another offensive lineman?
Yeah, if I get the chance to play, D line, I'm going to get that quarterback. So, that's just what it is. Again, my thing has been since day one, whatever I can do to help the team win, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm excited for however it goes. So.
You're excited about traveling with Darius again?
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to sit together on planes and stuff, but yeah. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time.
I mean, it is like it's almost like an Abbott and Costello when you see Darius and Lockett together.
Man, it's been happening since 2016, so it's been a long time coming.
It is weird too because Darius is a lot. Like he's a great guy, but he's gonna take.
We came in together as rookies, so
Really?
yeah.
So, but
Lehigh Valley.
Yeah,
really,
yeah, still Hawks
Lehigh Valley.
you guys are two of the funniest guys for different reasons.
for sure.
Is that
A different funny for sure. Two separate funny.
right?
Yeah.
So like when did you guys know right away you were going to be friends, or was it one of those things where it's like, all right, we're rookies, so we'll roll together, but I don't know if we're going to be boys?
No, I don't know. I mean, so the apartment situation was like receivers was together and then the offensive line was together, so we didn't really interact until we were, either practicing games and stuff like that. And so obviously the years go by, and good players are hanging out with good players, and so that's just kind of how that relationship, began to build. And then 21, when I figured out he was coming, I was like, oh, this is about to be fun. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is
Definitely fun.
Yeah.
I see you smile a lot. You smile right now when you start thinking about what you got right now.
Well, that was
It's
a long
impressive.
year.
You want to talk about some fun times, though. 21, we had an eclectic group. You want to talk about a group of guys that during our meetings, we laughed so hard that our ribs hurt, but we got more work done than anybody in the country.
Yeah.
That's how we did it. That was our culture. Was let's work hard, but let's play hard. We had a heck of a group and a lot of fun times.
Yes, we did.
Daniel Rossi is here. He's been at every Flock U since we started doing them out live. He asked the question: does the AFL have offensive line specialists?
So we don't know yet. The rule book isn't ratified just yet. It will be soon. And once I know, we'll kind of release that stuff to the public and see where it goes. But there is a very good possibility that it's going to go back to the old ways, and we'll just have two specialists on each side of the ball.
Okay, so that's possible.
That is possible.
All right, which usually what teams will do on the offensive side is the quarterback and a playmaker.
Correct.
Is there? I've seen some teams when you have the center of Lockett's caliber, you at least toy around with the idea.
In training camp, I don't have any preconceived notions. We'll open up training camp with a clean slate. We will make those adjustments as a coaching staff as it goes. Anybody could end up as the specialist based on the situation. We've got great players. We're going to have great competition. My biggest thing for training camp is to make sure our competition is second to none. Every position competes as hard as they possibly can for a spot. And ultimately, that 24-man roster is going to be guys that were forged in fire. And so that's where we're at.
Like, are you here? How long are you here?
I'm here for the evening. Obviously, I'm just in Massachusetts. It's about an hour away, so it's hop, skip, jumping away from me, which makes it easier for me and my family to come down and whatnot. So it's always an ideal situation, thinking about returning.
Oh no. That means that every home game, I'll be throwing the Lockett family reunion. He's gonna be in my office. Lockett's gonna be in my office. Like, all right, so my aunt, my cousin, my mother, and like, I'll be sitting there. All right, section.
Just block it off.
Yeah, I love it, man. It is, but it's a family game, and it becomes very, very clear with guys. I was saying, man, we could probably squeeze you into the bus on the way down to the city tomorrow.
You let me know.
You know, that's coach. All right, so let's talk about the season, right? So not the football season, the holiday season. We have been lucky enough to be invited to a couple different things. So Saturday morning, I'll be representing the Firebirds with whoever wants to roll with me at Crossgates Mall as Santa Claus arrives for the season.
Okay.
So we'll be there with a bunch of candy canes, everything away on this Saturday morning. We'll be there at 10 a.m. for everybody. But most importantly, it's a tradition in this area, the Schenectady Holiday Parade. The Firebirds, we got to float, baby. We're going to be in this thing. So, and you're riding with me.
Absolutely. So me and my family will be a part of it. Obviously, the holidays are good and bad for everybody. It's a wonderful time. Obviously, it's a rough time for others. We want to go out and spread as much cheer as we can to the capital region. And so we want to be part of as many things as we can. But we'll be out there, smiling and bringing some cheer to as many people as we can.
I've got I'm literally taking the former tree from my house is going to be in our float. I'm sharing a piece of Levack family,
Love it.
Holiday cheer with everybody, and it's also because when I put it up, the new puppy trounced it, so I put it back. I got to buy a new one, but I put it back together. It's ready to go. It's got that loved in look. It's not it's been through some things.
There you go.
Let's go ahead and let's do some questions from the flock. As you know, we are always we love hanging out with you guys. We love doing questions from the flock, and you can do that if you're here and you want to ask a question. Come on up. We'll get you on the show. If you are enjoying the show or just watching it on the Firebirds Facebook or YouTube, we can take your questions there as well. I'll say overwhelmingly right now, it's a lot of welcome home locking.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Happy to be back.
I mean, there's legitimately Lisa and Tom and just so many people who are excited to see, our lockdown center, Mr. Lockett himself. So I wish they were just excited to see me. I've with him all day long. I'm just saying. Coach Lee, I mean, they were excited to see you when you came back, but this feels.
Hey, you know what? I'm all about these guys getting all the attention. Hey, I'm going to be behind the scenes being the mad scientist, but I want these kids to get all the attention. So I love it.
I'm glad she's back. The missus, Nani, she just put the eyeballs up in the beginning. I see it's going on. I'm here. I'm in. Because she ignored me last week. I was like, I was waiting for her to help me. Because nobody makes it as easy to bust on Coach Ware as, the real head coach Ware, back at the home.
Yeah.
So that's what's up.
Wifey is she's always a big part of everything. So
absolutely. And she says funny stuff in here, so it's always good and if somebody has the nerve to come at Coach Ware in the wrong way, boom.
That's what I love. That's Mama Bear.
That's right.
I love it. And that's how it should be.
Absolutely.
So get you a Mama Bear.
A lot of questions about tickets I'm seeing. So and I saw the one that said, so am I correct assuming that after the schedule's out, you'll be able to really give us a detail on when the tickets are going to? Yes, that's 100% what it is. Because so you'll find out some details tomorrow. But if you've been paying close attention to Flock U, I was on one meeting one day, and then Coach Ware was on another meeting another day, and we had different details on how many games we were going to have because they were still because when we jumped in, other teams jumped in as well. So we couldn't necessarily put out there, hey, get your season tickets for 5, 6, 7, 8. How many games? 4, 2, 3. Oh, so we'll have all those details available for everybody, which means we can start rolling forward with that. The number one thing is if you've had season tickets the year before,
you will get those back.
Yep, you'll get first right of refusal on those things. We'll give you plenty of time to get those in. We'll put an announcement out. You put a deposit in, and they're yours. So don't worry if you had seats, you'll get a chance to get those seats back. If you don't want those seats back, I think you missed the whole point of what we're doing here. But whatever, that's good for you. A lot of people saying enjoy the trip. Looking forward to what we have going on next. Want to hear the announcements. Is there anything you haven't heard yet that you're hoping is an announcement tomorrow? And this isn't like
there's always things. I probably shouldn't say it publicly, so I'll probably pass. But there's a couple things that I'm hoping that happens in the announcement. Obviously, I'm a participant just like everybody else, so we'll be down there. We'll be watching the announcements come. I know there's supposed to be some surprise announcements, so there's going to be some really good things. Obviously, there's a couple things I'm hoping for, and we'll find out if those things happen. So,
all right. So Tim is on here. He is, if I'm not mistaken, he's the man behind Arena Fan, the website that tracks all the stats for the AFL. Wishes he could be there tomorrow, but he's going to the Grey Cup. I thought you ran Arena Fan, not CFL Fan.
Right.
Like, what's up, Tim? A little worried about your commitment.
CFL, it's a nice trip.
Yeah, well, come on, man. Yeah, it's not, but you run Arena Fan. Like, unless things have changed dramatically, like I want to see you at the arena stuff. Here we go. Oh, this is somebody is ready to come. Daniel wants to know: is Sean ready to take on the Desert Hawks after that nonsense last year?
Yeah, I am. To be honest, yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to, that game specifically. Whenever the schedule comes out, that'll definitely circle up for me. So
I see. I don't.
The thing is, we don't know if we'll play them, and so I have plenty of respect for what the Desert Hawks are building. I think they're putting together some good, solid players, but I don't know if we'll play them. And if we don't, I hope we meet them in the championship game.
Yeah. If you were just hypothetically speaking, like let's say the team president of the team that we were all representing before made a wager with one of the owners of that team, won that wager, but now we're in a different league. We're both different names. We're both different things. Does he still owe me a bottle? Says that bug owes me a bottle.
Yeah.
We had a bottle bet. They were undefeated. They were talking smack. I said, when you come to Albany, we'll give you that first loss. The only thing is it wasn't their first loss. so I think he still owes me a bottle, though, right? I'll share it with whoever says yes. I will. I'm not afraid. Darius in now. Also, Darius wants to say on what the bottle is, though. Now he also. David Lumpkin wants to know: can he call a play on defense per game?
Probably not. Obviously, we take this very seriously. It's a very important matter, and we want to bring another championship to the Capital Region. So our experienced coaches and those with the experience will make those calls. But we'd love for you to come on to a show and give us some ideas of what you think, and we'll take those into consideration.
That was very nice. I like what he had to say. Dave, save that fan control crap for Johnny Manziel. Okay, we got very experienced, knowledgeable people calling these plays, man. That's what's up. So you want to know what time we're going to be at the mall on Saturday for the arrival of Santa. The event starts at 10. Santa's there at 11. Consider the fact that I have to go decorate a flatbed for a parade. I'll probably be out there about 11:06. And it's only room for one bearded jolly fat guy at a time in the mall. I can't be. I don't want to. It's his season at 11 a.m. It's fat guy fall until Santa shows up.
I like that.
Well, you're not fat no more. You got look at you.
We got big boy season, so a little bit something.
Yeah. So let's do one more. We want shorts there as well. That was the other thing. So that was the only good thing Rossi said about what's going on down there. So I think those are most of the questions. People are in. They know what's going on. So I guess all that's left for us right now is let you know where the next Flock U is going to be from. Do you want to make the announcement? I mean, you are the boss. It is your show. You are the professor.
So obviously for the holidays, we will not do Flock University next week. The following week will be at Buca de Beppo. Again, we had a great crowd there.
Flock will be back.
It was exciting. They were great hosts. We had a great time. So we'll be back there in 2 weeks, and we hope to see everybody there again as they did the last time we were there.
I gotta fix this. I accidentally put 129th instead of the 29th on the thing. So the 129th of November, the show will be back. It'll be fine. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. So 29th, Buca, and excited, love what's going on here at Illusive. Looking forward to tearing in some of these burgers. We've been discussing what they've honored these great players in the past. I think we're between whether it's going to be Darius suggested Firebird wings. I think a Firebird chicken sandwich wouldn't be bad neither. Like maybe how about a Firebird sauce that you could put on anything?
I like that.
Here at Illusive.
Can't go wrong with sauce.
Right. I miss Lockett. I miss Lockett so much, man. Y'all don't get excited about food the way we do.
Sure don't.
Go ahead. You want to say something?
What?
I don't know. Darius is up to something. It's probably better if y'all don't know. I'm gonna take one more look at the comments just to make sure everybody's ready. But yeah, so back at Buca a week after Thanksgiving. Wednesday night is the biggest bar night of the year, and I just I feel like there's a dangerous combination of us out live for this show, and you're supposed to be drinking. Like at least we behave ourselves for the show, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're the professor, high road all the time. All right, well, that's it, man. That's Flock University for the week, and lock it here. We're gonna, if you still some time, I'm sure we'll be able to. You got the DC himself, Hollis. He was running the Flock cam for a while. He has gotten quieter. It's weird.
He's serious.
I think
He's ready.
Yeah.
He's focused, and I love that.
Well, he's always been serious and focused, but then dancing while he did it and smiling and laughing. It's
A little
you know-
different being on the other side of it. The coaching side of it, there's not as much dancing and those kind of things. It's more of a fist pump or something like that. But obviously, again, the players have the most fun, and this is already getting interesting. We
Yeah.
might.
we need it. So during the season, we're gonna have Flock U, we're gonna have the games, and then we're gonna have the very odd couple.
Get it?
So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you so much, man, and we really enjoyed talking to you. We'll have a lot of details for you tomorrow, the 16th, the big announcement. Back 29th over at Buca. Thanks to Illusive. Thanks to all you guys for hanging out, having a great time. And I don't know who's buying me a drink, but let's get this thing on. You know what I'm saying? At least one.
Stay
Yes.
tuned.
Yes. Flock you, everyone.